comment is it me or are you finding out, like myself, that dating is just not worth it these days? I think it's still worth it. Because here's how I approach dating ever since I've gotten a dating coach and read No More Assholes. I have no expectations when I go out on a date. My attitude is I'm going to eat a good meal. I'm going to meet a new person, and I do like meeting new people. I'm going to hear somebody else's story, which I like. I'm going to have another opportunity to practice enforcing my boundaries and maintaining my standards to see if I'm still good at that.
Gentlemen, welcome back to another video of women regretting hookup culture. And please guys, tell me in the comments, are you a practice dummy for women in dating? Or are you out of dating and will untouch dating with a 10-foot pole? Now, with that being said, guys, let's check on the rest of this video to find what the hell is this woman doing at 40 years of age, still dating and just going through practice dummies to have a free meal.
I'm going to have another opportunity to practice enforcing my boundaries and maintaining my standards to see if I'm still good at that and if I'm still paying attention to my gut and my emotions and my feelings.
Guys, there's so many wrong things with this video and we're barely seconds in. You've never paid attention to your gut and your principles or whatever. If you did, you probably will be married and not with a history of dating only the bad boys. So where is your gut feeling? Oftentimes we hear women talk, we have the sixth sense, our instincts are so good, yet they fall for Chad time and time again. So something's wrong in the picture. And she said, I just have to keep practicing to raise my standards. Madam, your standards are the reason you're alone. Women, guys, have more options, more opportunities of dating than they are stars in the sky, right? Every woman above 30 is a red flag because she's had plenty of opportunities and she hasn't settled. So it's either her standards are too high or her personality is too bad. Or in this case, both.
That's exactly what happened. I had a good meal. I got to meet somebody. And as soon as my gut started saying, no, something's not right, it gave me an opportunity to speak my truth. And that's what I'm working on. For so many years, I was such a people pleaser and didn't speak my truth and was afraid to tell people how I truly felt. And I have a motto, say what you mean without saying it mean.
So what she means, guys, for those of you that didn't catch it, when women say people pleaser, they just talk about pleasing Chad, okay? It's not like they were these incredibly wholesome human beings, my man, I want to cook for my future husband. I want to help him, do little details for him, etc. No. Like in this woman's case, people pleaser just means she forgot about everything when it came to Chad. She sacrificed everything to be with Chad. That is not a people pleaser. That is being egoistical, if anything. You're not pleasing anyone. You're doing it for yourself. Like, it's not even pleasing someone. And she then says, I didn't say how I feel. I didn't share my emotions. Yeah, because you were afraid to have the conversation of what are we with Chad, because you knew he will just leave. You see, guys, really a lot of the times we have women here trying to talk with euphemisms, trying to downplay the situation, trying to get into our brains and the viewers' brains and act like the victim, yet they're the perpetrator of everything that happened in their life, and they are the ones who took the decision to just end single at 40.
Without saying it mean, so I get to practice that too. So for me, going out on these dates is more about me.
You don't say.
It's more about me learning and growing and becoming a better person. And if I don't get those ick feelings, then great. I'm already going into it knowing that chances are I'm going to get the ick feeling. Because if dating was easy, we'd all be happily married. But also
No, dating is easy. And that is the problem, that you're not all happily married. In fact, most of you are at 40 and miserable and alone and, desperate for commitment but it's just your choices have, you know, got rid of that opportunity. Guys, I have the feeling that some women think that they are immortal, you know? They just keep talking about improving and healing and being, you know, getting to be a better person as they age. Man, I sometimes feel like they're gonna outlive us all. And I don't know, they have a different game, guys. They just live a different life. Maybe they're living like 5,000 years, 6,000 years, and it's all about I have to keep improving. Bro, if you're gonna live the same 80 years as men, what's this improving? You're 40 and still improving. There are some women who are 60 and still improving. What exactly are you improving? Are you improving for marriage because the time is overdue? You know, are you improving for your potential partner? Madam, you've already lost that chance. What are you doing? You know, guys, so much talk about improving, yet these women, they end up single at 60, you know, with their cats. They are improving for their cats, I guess.
Also gives me an opportunity to see, oh, okay, I like this, I don't like that. I like when a man walks me to my car and makes sure that I leave safely. I like when a man pays for my meal. I like when a man acts like a gentleman. I love when a man is confident.
Yeah, she expects a gentleman, yet she is the one that has a triple-digit body count and is having a roster of men. And she expects a gentleman, guys. Make it make sense.
Loves his job, loves his life, and loves his kids. I'm not here to see if he likes me. I'm here to see if I like him. And if things don't click, rejection is just redirection.
Yeah, what a beautiful philosophy, guys. I don't care if he likes me. I'm already perfect. We probably just assume, you know, we take it for granted. The important thing is, do I like him?
I'm moving on. I don't wake up the next morning from these dates feeling like, oh shit, I'm alone again. Because I've created a life that I love. Because I love my own company now. It didn't used to be that way. And I would wake up the next morning thinking, I'm always gonna be alone. No one's ever gonna love me. But now it doesn't matter if they like me or not. Because I love me and I love my life. And even if he rejects me, that's okay. I'm going back to a great life. So peace.
Yeah, so don't you worry, guys. She's gonna be okay because she loves herself. Imagine how delusional you have to be to love this woman. Even if you are this woman and you just love yourself, it's straight up delusion, guys. But you can see the philosophy here. Really great video. Guys, I know these videos are hard. They're taking their toll on me. On, you know, on my mentality. But at least they're quite educational. Because, you know, thank God for TikTok and all this other social media, which shows what most of women nowadays are about. Okay, it shows guys what women are in dating, and I don't understand why there are some guys out there still on dating apps expecting to find the woman of their dreams. Guys, on dating apps, all you find is egocentrical women like this, who will never care about you. The relationship will never be even close to 50-50. It's all about them. So, I don't know, guys. You have to be physically and mentally blind to not see the dating situation today is crap. But now, guys, let's continue to our next individual.
Be a hot take. This is going to be controversial. This is going to ruffle some feathers. So you might want to sit down for this girl talk from somebody who's been many sizes, many different hair colors, and many phases through her life. A young adult into, you know, adult womanhood. Let me tell you some of the 3 things that could be contributing to this. First one is pretty privilege. From the female gaze, I would rate this creator an 8 out of 10, and most men would probably rate her an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 based on looks alone. And that you would think would help her, but actually in this case it hinders her because it takes her out of the running for most average men that are insecure on approaching you or even trying to get to know you because they don't want that attention around them because there might be too much competition in their minds. So then you only cater to the men that are judging you based on appearance, to some men that might be a little bit egotistical or narcissistic.
Okay, so before we allow this professor to continue teaching us, if you don't behave like a 3 or 4, we're not gonna be quote unquote insecure, which is not being insecure, you know. Forgive us, madam, that we just don't want to be cheated on. We don't like it, so we have to be a little precautious. You call it insecurity, but really it's just being precautious. It's not being stupid, you know. So we have so many guys who see red flags, right? And they say something along the lines of, you know, I just don't quite like the idea of you going out at 4 a.m. In the club with, you know, surrounded by other 40 drunken men, you know, hitting on you constantly. I don't like the fact that you go there, and I don't like the fact that you think it's okay. And that somehow, guys, is being insecure. Make it make sense. You say, you know, a lot of guys say, why are you talking to other men on your DMs and, you know, just receiving validation from them? And that's being insecure. You know, just, guys, any standards you have, stop being insecure, okay? Just stop having standards and, you know, take the biggest 304 and show her how secure you are, okay? And watch her cheat on you repeatedly, but just don't be insecure. It's the worst thing.
So that they gauge you and want to attain you, but not to date you seriously because you look like fun to them. You kind of have that same issue with like Marilyn Monroe, especially with the blonde hair. Take it from somebody who's been blonde. I got more male gaze when I was blonde hair, but lack of commitment was severely high because of the stigma around blondes.
No, it's because you suck as a partner. I can already tell. Are we blaming it on the guys? We're blaming it on yeah, when I was blonde, it's just, you know, the chances of commitment went down. What the hell? Or yes, if you're too pretty, the chances go down because men are insecure. You know, what it really comes down to is what type of partner are you? Do you make your men feel safe? Do you make your partner feel that he is in a one-on-one relationship with you? Or do you make him worried at all times that you may cheat on him the very next moment? It's really not that hard to make a man not quote-unquote insecure.
You know, society has such a stigma. Look at Katherine Heigl, even the roles that she played in Grey's Anatomy, specifically the blonde, sexy bombshell model as a doctor, and everyone diminished her character and worth. That's the reality that we live in society. So that's one thing. You know, redhead, I got more attention, but being a brunette, I got more commitment from most guys because on average, you know, in this life, society pushes that girl next door look, and I don't know why it signals purity more than, you know, it's just a hair color, but that's the reality of that. Second goes into, you are what you attract. I hate to say that because when you're young, you don't realize that you're attracting some of the missing love that you are missing in your life or needed at the time when you were a child. So if you're lost and if you're emotionally unstable, you will find men that are emotionally unstable and not able to commit to you. Or you're going to mirror them, or they'll mirror you because you don't know what your true personality is because you never had hobbies or you never had someone tell you that they're proud of you and, you know, that you're able and capable of doing so much more than just being a girlfriend. Because in society today, especially as a young woman, we're pushed on getting engaged and married and having...
Guys, these women talk more about society than the freaking Joker. Or it's just me. I know that we have to blame everything on society and, you know, and not having a father, etc. But at some point, yeah, it's key factors. But at some point, you are the one who is taking the decisions.
kids, and that's our role, and that's our primary responsibility. But the reality is a lot of women are choosing to be single these days because we deserve more, which is absolutely the truth. But it starts with us. It starts with taking care of ourselves mentally.
Yeah, taking care mentally, yada yada, blah blah blah. As I mentioned, guys, they are, you know, constantly learning, constantly improving, bettering themselves, all those things. Yet they always stay single. Maybe it's because women are not choosing to be single; they are just unable to keep a man. Is what I will say. You know, if you ask me, it's like a homeless person saying, "No, I just chose to live on the street." You know, it's not like I can't afford a house. It's just, it's what I chose. Get out of here, bro. And when she was talking about her hair colors determining whether she will get a man or not, bro, the only thing she forgot to mention is her zodiac sign and how that changes her dating life. But now, guys, let's jump into the last individual for today. Sadly, I'm having such a great time learning about how your hair color will determine, you know, the type of man that you can aspire to. But now, let's jump into the last one.
How to get over your situationship with me. I'm a little sunburned, but first you have to remember that you are not going to change him. He has to want to change on his own, and if he doesn't change, then you're not going to be the one to make him change. Rule number 2, also don't get attached. Like, don't act like you're dating him. Still keep talking to a bunch of other guys, and then if you catch yourself talking to him a lot, just like mute his notifications. Like, it's not that deep.
Guys, notice how the quote-unquote solution is worse than the problem itself. Like, I'm not able to find a man, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna date multiple men so I can, I don't know, find a man, or, you know, or not get played by chat. You realize it's counterproductive, right? Like, women will supposedly act on a solution that only worsens their problem. It's just they're so lost, gentlemen. They're so lost. They're so out of touch with reality. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know where they're headed. And then they wonder, right? Why can't I find a man?
Also, a good rule of thumb is, like, if something hasn't happened within a month or 2 months, like, nothing is going to happen, you might as well just leave. Also, you have to get rid of that, like, perfect image that you have of him that's, like, in your head, because it's not true. Like, the person who you think that, like, you'd be like, is not gonna hurt me, like, he's gonna treat me really well. Well, he didn't do that. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and, like, you know.
Guys, before she continues, when you watch these videos, do you always see the type of men that these women are dating, guys? Like, when they explain the red flags in men, what do you think? Do you imagine in your head the picture of a good guy who wants to treat them good and just ends up being a bad person? Or do you just picture your average chat, you know? Every time, guys, every time. If he doesn't commit in the first 2 months, then he's not for you. I'm telling you, guys, this woman has like 70 guys on her DMs. Please commit to me. Please let me give you my life. Please, let's be in a relationship. I'll take care of you, etc. Yet she goes for the men who, you know, go 2 months banging her and then leave. When she mentions about having something serious. I can't with these women, guys.
Do not go for his friends. Don't do that. Like, you might get, like, momentary satisfaction, but, like, guys talk more than girls. Like, just don't. The best revenge is pretending someone doesn't exist anymore.
The best revenge is not, you know, making Chad think that you don't care about him. Oh yeah, that's absolutely gonna hurt him, you know. If he's not with his other 14 options, it's really gonna hurt him knowing that you, that one night stand from a Tuesday night, don't think about him anymore. Just emotional damage, guys. But we'll close the video right here. Guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.